Guys, do you want to learn Java programming and you don't know how to learn the Java programming, where to learn the Java programming? So here I am with you to help you in every aspect of that how easily you can learn the Java programming. If you are a beginner, you don't know anything about the Java, so I will help you to learn the Java programming. So first of all, you have to understand that what is JDK and what is Eclipse. So please watch the previous video. I have already uploaded on the YouTube on my channel, so please go over there and watch that particular video, and then this video will be going to very helpful for you because this is the continuous part of the previous video. And today's session is completely all about that what is data types, and data types means what kind of value you're gonna store in that particular variable. So concept of the variable, that how easily you can use the concept of variable, and how can you connect the variable with the data types. So each and every concepts about the data types and variables we will discuss in the today's session. So I will explain each and every concept about the what is integer, what is float, double, character, string, boolean, means lots of types of data types in which we will discuss, and how can we use all the concepts in Java programming. So welcome back, my dear friends. My name is Nishant Kumar. Let's go to the computer screen where I will show you that how easily you can write the code on the Eclipse this time. But last session we have discussed that how we can write the code on the command prompt, and how easily we can execute the Java program on the command prompt. But this video session I will explain you on the Eclipse, and let's go to the computer screen.
Now I have come to my computer screen. As you can see that I am using the editor Eclipse IDE, where I will demonstrate one session that how can you use the concept of data types and variables in Java programming. So here I have created one project, and project name is project 1 I have given over here. And here I need to create one class. So how can we create the class? So to do so, just you need to select the src folder, you can say, and just right click over there, and here new, and you can have one option class. So just click on that class, and here just you need to give any class name. Suppose I am giving my class name as my class. You can have any name of that class name, and we must need to tick on the public static void main, that is known as the main method of the Java programming, and just click on the finish button. After that, you can have a sample code over here. You can see that this is the package name, and this is the main class name, and this is the main method, and whatever the code I have to write inside this main method. But today's session is all about the concept of data types and variables. So first we have to understand that what is variable. So variable means what? Suppose variable is used to store some value. Means what? Suppose I'm going to use any equation like x equals to 10. So here x is known as variable, and 10 is value. So in this equation we are storing 10 into x, but you cannot directly use it in your Java programming, any programming language like C, C++, Java. So first you have to declare that what kind of value it is. So we have to use the concept. That concept is known as data types. So data types means it will tell that what kind of value you wanna store in that particular variable. Means what? First type of data type is known as integer, and in short I will write it int, and but we pronounce it as a integer. And integer means what? Suppose I need to use any whole number like 10, 20, it could be in minus as well, like this. So this kind of value is known as integer. And second type would be float, and float means what? You have to give like this 10.233 like this. So after decimal it should be up to 6 digit, but here you have to use f as a suffix. Means what? It will tell the compiler that we are going to use the float type of value. So this is known as the float type of value. and third one is known as double, and double is also used for the decimal, but here we have to use up to 15 to 16 digit after decimal we have to use, but here we do not need to use d. Like here we have used f in float data type, so here we do not need to write any d as a suffix. So this is three types of data types. Integer means simply you can say that it's a whole number, and float means decimal number you can store, but after decimal it must be up to 6 digit, and you must need to add f as a suffix. And here if you are talking about the double, it means what, that after decimal it will be up to 15 to 16 digits you have to take. So this is the for the numbers. But if we'll talk about the character, so character means what, that you have to write anything, but it must be inside the single quote. So this is known as the character. You can have anything like this, so this is known as the character. So but how can we connect this data type with variables? So suppose I need to use x equals to 10 in the programming language. So first we have to tell that what kind of value we're gonna store. Means 10 is what kind of value. So as we can see that here integer type of value is 10. So before writing x equals to 10 we have to write like integer and then variable name, that is x. So this process is known as declaration. This process is known as declaration, and if we have initialized, means if we have stored the 10 into x, that process is known as initialization. So this is the process of how can we use any data type and variables in Java programming. So without the declaration process we cannot initialize any variables. So this is the very important part of writing any Java code if we are talking about the variables and data types. So how can we use it in the programming? So I will delete all these concepts, and here suppose I am going to use like integer x I have used. Means what, integer x means what, that x is a variable and inside this x we have to store only integer type of value. So here suppose I am going to store 10 into x, and now I need to print the value of x. So to print anything we have to write a system.out.println, and inside the bracket you have to write a variable name, and variable name is x. So x means what, that it will print the value of x, that is 10. So if I will execute this program, so how can we execute this program? So for that purpose you have to use one button that is known as the run button. So just click on that button, so we will have answer of 10. You can see on the console window we are getting the output as a 10. So here suppose I need to print the one float type of value, suppose I need to use. So here you have to write float. Variable name, you can have any name to the variable name, but here you have to use like 10.233333 like this. So here I have used 246, and you can see that if just I have written 10.2333 means after decimal itself I have taken up to 6 digit, but here you can see that it's showing error over here. It means what, we have just discussed about that float, that if you are using the concept of float then you have to add f as a suffix. Once I have put the f suffix, so the error has been gone, and you can see that there is no error, and now I am printing the value of x over here. And just save this program. And another way to execute the program, like just right click over here, and here you can see that run as, there is option run as, and here Java application, just click over there and you will get the answer 10.233 like this. So this is the way to print the float type of value. But if we are talking about the double, so here just you need to type the double and variable name is x, and here we do not need to write f, just you need to write like this and save the program. And now I will run this file. So here you can see that this is the output we are getting. So here we have used integer, float, double, and if you want to print the character, so suppose for the character I will use like character and variable name. You can have any name to the variable. ch I have used, and ch equals to, but if you are using the character, so you have to write inside the single quote. Suppose I have used a and put semicolon to complete that line, and the variable name ch I am going to print over here. Just save it, and how can we run? So run as Java application, and you can see this is the output A. So this is the way how can we use the concept of variables and data types, and how can we connect both the concepts, means variables and data types, and how can we print all these values. But we can see that if suppose I need to print that the size of integer, float, double, so how can we find that? So for that purpose, suppose I need to use like I'm not going to declare anything, just in system.out, and here I'm going to use like integer dot, and there is inbuilt method, that is size method, and just save it. And so it will tell that the output of this example is integer dot size method, so it will return the actual size of the integer. And if I will execute this program, so you can have, this is a 32-bit. So this is the way to find the size of data type. Suppose here suppose now I need to check the size of a double type of data type. So here just we need to type double dot size and save it. And if I will execute this program, so you can see this is the 64, there is the size of double data type. So this is the way that how can we write the code with the help of variables and data types, and how can we combine both the concepts, and how can we easily find the size of any data types. So thank you guys, thank you so much for your time.